Hello, Maniacs, and welcome back to Maniacs of Horror. Here I am with my good friend, Doug Wolken.
Yeah.
And we are going to talk about
Friday the 13th.
the series. Not the TV series.
Which I did watch.
I'm sorry.
I did. I watched the hell out of that series.
Oh my God. Just hoping Jason would show up at one time and kill everybody on the set.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
But no, this is the movie franchise. The Jason Voorhees. Started off with Pamela Voorhees.
Betsy Palmer.
Yes, amazing.
Love that woman.
But probably the most profitable franchise in horror movie history. So many millions and millions of dollars made. Most recognizable.
Like $1 billion?
Yeah. Most recognizable icon of horror movies all time, Jason Voorhees. You can't go anywhere without that hockey mask, and people know immediately who you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Japan, China, Mexico, everywhere. Everybody knows Jason Voorhees. Made so much pop references, pop culture references that has come across on the Friday the 13th series. It is great. So we're just going to talk about it. Both of us love the series.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the movies not so great. Some of the movies a lot better than the others.
But you still got to get through them.
Yes.
You got to do it.
I always say the first four movies, possibly the greatest movies of franchise history, 1 through 4.
Yeah.
Freaking great stories.
You know, like 3.
Yeah.
Is one of my favorite ones.
Oh yeah.
Even though the 3D effects, I mean, come on. But 4.
Yeah.
4 is spectacular.
Oh yeah, yeah. 4 of the death scenes are
at the
amazing.
time they thought that they were going to end the series. That was going to be the end of Jason. That they were going to
do no more.
It.
Yep.
And of course, you know, hey, another one, but that's all right because that.
I remember I had a lady at my work that was when the remake came about, and she says, "How many of those are they going to make?" And I asked her, "Well, how many Corvettes are they going to make?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "I don't know." And I said, "Until they stop selling, that's when they're going to stop making it."
Keep making them.
Yeah, as long as they, yeah.
But pretty much, if you put a hockey mask in it and a machete, and half-naked teenagers get hacked and slashed in the forest,
absolutely,
we're going to go watch it.
Yes, it's going to be amazing.
It might suck.
Yeah. There's a bunch of
But
them.
at the same time, you're like, get him.
Yeah.
Get him.
Even in even in the bad ones, there are great death scenes that we all remember.
Yes.
Like I love Jason X. A lot of the other people are like, Jason goes into space.
Well, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they're like, I wouldn't watch that one. It's stupid. And I go, well, you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
You have to watch it because I was skeptical. I'm like, Jason in space, really?
Yeah.
It's like Leprechaun in space?
Yeah.
But
Hellraiser Bloodlines, it came around the same time, and which again, I'm not bad on that one. But we'll talk about the Hellraiser series later time.
And another day.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, we got plenty of time. I watched it.
Yeah.
And freaking loved it.
Yes.
It was hysterical.
It was very good. They even put an idea and a story behind it. And to me,
like how you keep killing him and he keeps coming back.
I know. To me, I liked it. I like Jason X far better than Jason Takes Manhattan or Jason Goes to Hell. But I don't want to get on here and talk bad about certain movies because there's so much of that on the internet anyways. So, and there are fans of that. I'm sure there are fans that are just like, "Oh my gosh, Jason Goes to Hell!
Best one ever!"
Really? All right.
Okay, that's cool. If you dig it and you keep watching it, that's cool.
Yeah, whatever you like, we're absolutely cool with it.
And I mean, we might have to sit down and do a marathon, and I'm like, that one's coming up. But I gotta watch it anyway, because I gotta keep going.
That'd be the time where I'd be like, "Who wants pizza? Come on, pal, I'll get some pizza right now."
We're gonna talk about that one?
Yeah, no, here we are. I'll go get beer and pizza. What you like? You like pizza from Chicago? Because I'll go to Chicago and get some deep dish pizza while you watch this movie. But again, we do love the entire series, and we've watched every single one of.
I mean, that was us growing up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you know.
I know.
1980.
Kindergarten, when we were probably first grade, when we were coming in watching those movies.
And the movie poster.
Oh,
that first movie poster, those campers.
Oh, yeah.
With the silhouette and then the knife, and I'm like, I'm a young kid, and I'm like,
I know.
I've got to see this. How am I going to talk my parents into taking me to see this?
I know.
Or
I remember there was like a commercial for it And I don't remember because I was like 5 or 6 years old. But when it came out, it actually did like a countdown going 1, and then they'd show like a kill 2, and they did 13, and then it was Friday the 13th, and it was a great freaking deal, and that always stuck with me. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to see this movie. Yeah. And I didn't get to go see it at the theater because again I was way too young.
I didn't
I think it like when it finally came out on cable or
Channel 21 in the afternoon because we live in Texas. And
yes.
Back when Richy and I were growing up, any great classic or bad horror movie on a Saturday afternoon
come on Channel
21 you could catch them, and that's pretty much where I saw Jason for the first time. I'm pretty positive.
See, I saw it. I think it was like on possibly HBO or some other cable channel.
The first one I remember was the third one.
Yeah.
Seeing it, and of course I grew up with my mom who loves horror.
Yes.
So I wasn't sheltered, so I got to see all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I kind of policed myself for the most part. I mean, she took me to see Alien in the theater in '79. That's how old I am.
Yeah.
But, watching it Saturday afternoon, watching it on TV, and of course commercials, and they cut out some stuff, but still.
Oh, it's still
I grew up in
horrifying.
the country, and it scared the crap out of me.
Oh, yeah.
As a kid. The hockey mask.
Uh-huh.
He never said a word,
Yes.
And it's amazing.
With me, I'm the youngest of 4. My sister's 15 years older than me. She started taking me to drive-ins when I was real young. But then later I would go and stay at her house, and she was a big Elvira fan, so she would watch those. I'd watch all the Elvira shows, but then whatever she would show the B rates. But then she would also go and get movies from your local video store, which you kids don't even. What is a video store?
What is that?
But there was
another time.
Yeah, there was mom and pop video stores all over.
Great because they'd rent to you. They didn't give a damn.
You're 6 years old. What do you want to see?
Kid?
I spit on your grave. Sure, why not?
Your parents around? Oh, who cares?
Yeah, there you are.
That's growing up in small town Texas.
Some of y'all don't know. I spit on your grave. Horrible movie to give to a child.
Yeah.
But
don't try that at home.
Yeah, it didn't have anything on the cover, so parents had no idea that this was such a bad movie, and you were like, wow. But truthfully, also Friday the 13th later became my stuff that I could pass past my mom when I was 10 to 11 years old, because she would look at the cover and go, oh, okay, it's a Friday the 13th, it's a scary movie, yeah, you can watch that.
Yeah, that's
and had no idea that the rated R on the back was because there was nudity throughout most of those movies.
What's going to happen in the 1980s when you get randy teenagers in the woods?
Exactly. And it happened a lot.
Study.
I feel bad for my son because he ain't going to be able to pass that stuff by me, and I'll automatically know.
You know all of it. It doesn't matter. Hey, can I watch this?
Nope. I had another lady that I was working with, and she was like, we were talking movies, and she goes, oh, I gave my 9-year-old The Howling. I went, you did what?
What? Now, my mom did take me to see Howling 2.
Okay.
In the theater. And oh my God, that movie's bad.
Yes.
But I love it. Because when I was a kid, werewolves were my, Jason and werewolves were my favorite genre.
Yes.
I like critter movies.
Yes.
Oh,
I got even a tattoo of wolf.
Yeah.
But I've always was born on a full moon. I love werewolf movies.
That explains a lot.
Anyway, so mine. We'll get into that. We'll talk later. We'll do a whole Howling and American Werewolf in London deal.
Again,
we'll talk both
saw that in theater.
Oh,
with the Dr. Pepper guy.
Oh yeah, I met him, and he was drinking a soda at Texas Frightmare Weekend, my convention I go to here in Dallas. And he was drinking a soda, and I was like, "Is that Dr. Pepper?" He went, "No." I went, "Tommy." Here in Texas, boy.
David Lawton?
Yes.
David Lawton.
I got his autograph and everything, and I was like, you used to dance around going, I'm a pepper, you're a pepper. Wouldn't you want to be a pepper too?
Yeah, and then I'm like, it's the Dr. Pepper guy. I'm 10 years old? 1984?
Yeah, it freaks your brain out when you see him transform into
Yeah, it's like,
oh! Yeah. Okay, back to Friday the 13th.
We've known each other a long time, so we
over
might
25
get off
years,
topic.
I bet. Yeah, something like that.
But Friday the 13th. Not the TV series.
Yes. Let's start with the original. The original, one of the things I always like to say is it's kind of like a cool opposite story of Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock Psycho. And what I mean by that is an Alfred Hitchcock Psycho that Norman Bates is a psychopathic killer that is killing for his dead mother. Now, in the original Friday the 13th, Pamela Voorhees is a psychopathic killer killing for her dead son.
Yeah.
And throughout the whole thing, you think, in Psycho, you think it's the mother that's going around killing everybody. You hear her voice and everything like that.
Yeah.
And in Friday the 13th, you think it's Jason.
Yeah.
Or somebody, that it's a man running around killing all these people.
You never see her.
Yeah. And then at the end, you find out, no, it's the mom killing everybody, and she hears a voice in her head saying, kill them, Mommy. Kill them all. Which later became the which Harry Manfredini, of course, put through the Ecoplex, and he just put
genius, simplicity.
Just basic deal, and that's what Jason hears in his head.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to a friend of mine today before I came over here, and he had seen some of the later ones.
Yeah.
Before he ever, again, growing up, you see them on TV. Saw the later ones before he saw the first one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he was telling me, I watched some of the older ones, and then I'm finally getting to watch the first one. I'm like, oh, it's Jason,
Yeah.
Jason. And then his mom shows up, and he's like, what the? Holy. And it really was she was like, hi, I'm Mrs. Voorhees. And he goes, oh, crap.
He never watched Scream? I always joke about that on, and some of the people that have already on my group Maniacs of Horror have heard me say it, that, on Scream where he gets up there, what's your favorite scary movie? If he had 20% of my group on that deal, after 2 hours the guy's like, I'm sorry,
I'm done. I ain't gonna kill you.
I'm gonna let you go, and I gotta wake up in the morning.
I gotta go to work, take the kids to school.
But, yeah, because that's what I always say. It's like, oh, that's a very interesting question. What type of movie are you talking about? You're talking about a slasher film? Yeah, there's so many different types of genre. Old black and white classics, or are we talking my favorite, the 70s genre, or are we going into the slasher films of the 80s and the 90s, possibly into the new independent stuff that's going out today? How about foreign films? You like Japanese horror?
Oh,
no. There's so much that we can go into this. And then you'd be like, oh, okay.
I really shouldn't have asked you that question.
But it's what I always say that, and so many people even that are like, oh, I love Scream, and I bring up Friday the 13th, and they forget that Jason's not the killer, and I'm like, that's like a big basic deal. But sorry, there's 11 movies where Jason is the killer. There's one that there's 10 because 5 there is no Jason.
No Jason, just delusional flashbacks.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah.
Anyway.
But it's so weird seeing that blue instead of the red.
Yeah, I even always wanted to hear from the director if that was a definite choice, where it's always been a red. Go, let's go with blue. That way it gives an insight that it's not Jason.
Because apparently Jason was hacked to little bitty pieces by a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
In the fourth one.
A 12-year-old Corey Feldman.
Yeah, Corey Feldman. Who looks super, super freaking creepy at the end of that movie.
Where he shakes his head?
Oh my god. Because, I rewatched it today.
I know. And how mentally deranged Jason is to have, that's me over there talking to it. No matter.
Yeah. The oldest trick in the book, Jason.
Yeah.
You got fooled by it before.
Yeah, it's not. No, it was his mother. I love the thing about this is your
Jenny,
mother talking. Yes.
Jenny was a genius.
Yes. The Corey Feldman thing was a stretch. But
it was a stretch, but it was kind of cool because you don't know really what's going on in Jason's mind.
He's
and
not
then we get
all
to
there.
see the machete.
And slide down the Tom Savini special effects, which is amazing. I believe he also only did the first and the fourth, but man, those are the two greatest, I would actually have to say. And again, I even like the second one. The second one also always kind of reminded me of Talent Dread at Sundown. The old hooded mask.
The bag.
Yeah, that was creepy to me. And then him jumping through the window at the end.
Yeah.
I slept next to a window. I'm sure a lot of kids sleep.
I always did.
It terrifies you,
You watch these on TV, and I grew up in the country.
Yeah.
So there was no neighbors anywhere near us, man.
Yeah.
And it's like that window. It's either gonna be Jason kill me or a werewolf from The Howling is gonna come through. Because those scared the crap out of me. But Richie and I will talk about that later.
Yeah. With me, I lived in just out of the outskirts of Fort Worth, and which is it is still a pretty populated city, but we had Beach Street right there.
Yeah.
And there was always cars going down all night long. But to me, in my head, because the thing that I saw was Texas Chainsaw Massacre when I was really little, and that terrified me. But that's what I heard at the end of my street was, and it's just a car, but in my little 5-year-old head,
it was
that chainsaw, and he just keeps running, but never gets to my house. And I know if I go to sleep, there's gonna be a chainsaw right through the wall, come right down and cut me right through my face.
It's like I think it was over at my Aunt Sheila's house that I saw chainsaw for the first time with the cousins.
Yeah.
And Aunt Sheila was like, "Oh, they're watching a movie."
They're watching a movie.
Yeah.
It's Peach Dragon or something. No, it's not
fine.
Peach Dragon.
God bless you, Aunt Sheila. I love you. Of course, I'm old. That memory could be a little shaky. But
yes.
I know I saw it there for the first time. And again, one of the most iconic scenes ever. But
okay, we'll talk on that. We keep jumping from subject to subject, but it's been a while since me and him got to sit and talk. Friday the 13th, the second one, I loved it. I also like watching it and seeing
was just super creepy.
Yeah, that was, and the way his face looked at the end of it, with a slight bearded lumberjack looking thing where he jumps.
Splotchy hair and all that.
Because Jason never looked like that again. It was just
No,
bald.
not really. Yeah, he was bald.
He was pretty much a corpse. Not really. No, it wasn't until the sixth one that he come back as a corpse. But he looked like a corpse. He was completely bald.
If I remember the timeline correctly, between 2 and 3 was a day.
Yeah.
It was actually a day. And it's funny, your memory plays tricks on you. Because like I said, I knew we were going to sit down and talk about this. And
go to rewatch them.
I was like, and that's like other movies, I never get tired of them. Never get tired of them. So, but I notice things now that I never noticed before. And again, like it was a day after 2.
Yeah,
because the lady at the store was watching the newscast on all the counselors that got killed the night before.
Yeah. I know there's so much like that usually doesn't make the thing. That it doesn't stay in your memories. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Stuff that you don't remember, you're like, oh wow, so it's actually Saturday the 14th, I guess.
Yeah. That's another movie for you.
Oh my gosh. The actual name of a spoof horror movie, which is great. Anyways, so in Friday the 13th 2, the guy hanging upside down. Okay.
Yeah.
It's good. Watch it again and notice that the machete is backwards.
Yes,
he cuts him with the dull end. He cuts him with the dull end of the machete. Which again, when you're watching it, you're like, oh, what a cool scene. But then, once you've watched it 100 times, like many of you maniacs have, and you start going, whoa.
And the dude in the wheelchair.
Oh yeah.
He got him with the dull end.
Yeah, which is just extra mean. It's just horrible for Jason to go, I'm not going to get you with a sharp end.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a blunt force trauma to your face. How strong Jason is.
That wheelchair going down those steps in the rain was
amazing.
I
know.
It's almost like the ball in Changeling.
Oh, yeah. How many different movies can we talk about while talking about one series?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
But
if you think about it,
yes,
how influential
different
that
movies
series is.
And it was influenced by other great movies that we also like. And, like, of course, original Friday the 13th was started off from Halloween. If we're going to go into stuff, Halloween had such a great success that in Friday the 13th, Sean Cunningham pretty much just had a title.
That's the idea.
Yeah, it was like, that did great, we're going to do Friday the 13th. And the studios go, well, we'd love to see a script. And he went to his buddy and went, write me out a script.
Write me a script. And I remember him talking about it because I saw him in an interview. He was like, so what do? I put him in the forest.
Yeah.
I put him in a camp. And pick them off one by one.
Yeah.
The simplest idea turned out to be the greatest thing ever.
And yeah, it was just a great formula to keep making more and more, and we all loved them. And then the other genius part of they happened to see Dawn of the Dead, and they were like, who was the guy that did the special effects on that?
Yeah.
And they found out, oh, that's the guy who plays Blade, Tom Savini, is the special effects artist in that. And then Tom Savini, from what I hear, comes in and goes, hey, look, I want to do these. And Sean was like, well, that's not like Halloween. Halloween's Mind's Eye. And Tom Savini is like, well, we're going to change that.
We're going to do it differently.
Yeah, this is going to set us apart. People are going to come for the gory deaths. And that's what everybody remembers Jason's greatest kills. Him grabbing somebody in a sleeping bag and just smacking him against the tree.
Which I rewind that repeatedly. Don't think ill of me.
Yes.
But it's hysterical.
I know. It's a great scene.
But you get a quarter way through the movie and you're like, okay, yes, I'm kind of endeared to some of these characters that I really like them, but once you get a couple movies in, you're like, they're all going to die.
Yeah.
So how is he going to do it next?
Yeah. That was one of the things they wanted to do is in Halloween, they really give you the backstory of all the victims, so you will feel more for them. But in Friday the 13th, it was pretty much just
they're kind of caricatures.
It's a stereotype. It's this person, it's this person, this person. So
the nerdy guy,
the backstory is the killer. The killer is going to be your protagonist. He's actually, and because it's a horror movie, he's going to be the one that's doing all the freaking killing.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of like that scene in the second one. Is it the second one? The guy with the eyeball.
Oh yeah, the whole
the second one, isn't it?
No, that's the third one. It's the third one.
That's the third one.
Yeah.
But it's almost
because Crazy
like,
Ralph's still in the second. Yeah.
Yeah, Crazy Ralph, and then we have the new crazy guy that shows up for that one scene. But
with an eyeball.
But I was watching it today, and I was thinking, did he see Jason kill that person?
Yeah.
And then take it upon himself to warn these kids to stay away?
Yeah.
Or is Jason just telling you, stay away, because if you come here, I'm just going to have to kill you?
Yeah.
It's got to be done. It's like
it's got a death curse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
But he's kind of like, he told me.
Yeah, I know.
He told me to warn you. And I was like, well, you're crazy, dude. But the eyeball was gross, and I remember being a kid going.
I always wondered what it was. Was it a horse eye? Is it a goat eye?
God
what is
only
it?
knows, but it was gross.
I don't think it's big enough for a horse eye. Horses' eyes are really
They're pretty
large.
big.
Yeah, but it could be a goat eye.
Yeah.
Or a deer. Who knows? Could be a human eyeball. It is Camp Crystal Lake, and they had so many murders in the first two movies. Could have been an eyeball.
Being the kind of nerd that I am, I noticed another thing today in 4 is when they're moving Tommy's bookshelf in front of the door. I'm like, I had that toy. I had that toy. I had that one.
Yeah, I had that exact same thing. Dear Lord. Yeah, 4 is probably my favorite of all. Crispin Glover being not trying to be crazy, just being crazy.
Crispin Glover, and we totally forgot Kevin Bacon.
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh, the original.
Young Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. That's one of the things I like when people tell me that's like, oh, I don't like horror movies. There's so many bad actors, and I'm like, oh, like Kevin Bacon and Johnny Depp, Jack Nicholson,
The Terror.
Yeah, he was in The Terror, of course, The Shining.
Yeah.
All these amazing people, or you can also just go with the ones that have always done horror, like Vincent Price, Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff. But we also know amazing talent in their deal. Anthony Hopkins been doing Magic, Silence of the Lambs, which they say is not a horror movie. That is a horror movie.
Well, nobody took Dracula seriously until he put on the tuxedo.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it.
Yep.
That's when that book really started to actually make money.
Yeah. Back to Jason Voorhees. The only thing I think we can also go off on is where Jason Voorhees has got ties from other old cool movies would be the in part 6 where they put a tie into Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Because Jason has always been and the lightning bolt bringing Jason to life. Because he was dead in part 4. Part 5 has nothing to do with the series. And then part 6, he comes back like Frankenstein through a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
And he's always kind of been a Frankenstein semi-type of character.
Yeah.
Silent, very strong, large, lumbering killer.
Yeah.
But kill you with gardening utensils at 100 yards.
Yeah.
One of my favorite deals about Jason.
Spear gun?
Yeah.
I mean...
that was the only bad stuff in part 3, is they were going so much for the 3D effects.
If they would have time period, 83, everybody was going back to that whole 1950s craze.
Jaws 3D, that was, oh my gosh.
Yeah, Dennis Quaid.
Yes.
We're going to make a drinking game out of this later. It's like, how many movies can these two reference?
Without staying on the subject of Friday the 13th. So we go through 1, 2, 3, 4. He's all still alive. Part 5, it is the ambulance driver over his own son
that
who he left.
He abandoned. And I thought about this today because I literally watched that one before I came over here.
Not the greatest dad.
And I'm like, okay, you're really mad about your son getting killed, and I understand, yeah, that was your son, but he didn't know you were his dad.
I know. Yeah.
And
did he know about Jason? Like that's why I didn't get.
Well, they're in the area.
I know, but still, like, did he?
Because at the end, he had clippings in his wallet.
Okay.
In the very end
it's
of the
been so
movie,
long since I've seen the 5, but yeah.
The sheriff is showing.
Yeah.
The hot blonde lady.
Yeah.
Clippings that he had in his wallet.
That's her actual character in the movie. Hot blonde lady.
Hot blonde lady. You're out there.
Woo-hoo! Go to Texas for our weekend. We'd love to meet you.
We would too. I mean, you were awesome. You fought hard.
Yes.
And another thing, that's what I mentioned to Richy earlier, what I loved about these movies is, Adrian King.
Yeah.
Love her.
Yes.
Chops the head off at the end of the first one. But as each movie goes, they're getting tougher and tougher.
Oh, yeah.
And tougher. In a time
the final girls keeps getting stronger and stronger
and stronger.
Yeah.
Where, the women are like usually the ones that the guys had to protect and all that. But
yeah.
in these movies,
yep,
they're the ones that usually made it.
Yeah. If we show up and we're in a Friday the 13th movie, it's like, dude, we're both out. We better start telling some jokes so it'll be remembered.
The fat goofy guy, Shelly.
I'm wearing glasses. I am automatically the nerd. I don't even get to say funny stuff. I'm sitting over here. Just going, hey guys, y'all remember this scene in this movie?
You're done.
Yeah. I never even get to use my horror knowledge.
No.
That's what you were saying about the third one, that you were so happy to see Shelley die. Who gave us the hockey mask? Shelley brought the hockey mask in part 3. But he was like the only horror genre fan in the movie.
And again, he was one of the characters that a lot of us could relate to.
Yep.
Maybe that's kind of why, and don't get me wrong, if the actor that played Shelley ever sees this, it's not that I really didn't like you, it's just...
Well, no, he knows that's what his character was. He was supposed to be an annoying.
Yeah, he's kind of annoying, and it's like...
It's based after Franklin from Chainsaw.
Maybe I saw myself a little too much in Shelley.
Yeah.
But then again, why did he pack the wetsuit?
Yeah.
I'm like, he was prepared for everything, I guess. I'm kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
It works for me because you got that cool shot, that iconic shot.
Yeah.
Of Jason, first time with the hockey mask.
Yeah.
Walking down that little walkway out of the barn. And then he just kind of like, he's so cool and calm, just like,
poof, shoots the harpoon gun.
Yeah.
Dead in the eye.
And as a kid, you're like, oh!
Oh, yeah. When that...
Oh, God!
Watching it today is like, we have so much better effects, da-da-da-da. But in 1984 when that came out... 83. Oh, my gosh. So when that came out, that was horrifying.
Yeah.
Even the snake, I already have an open mouth, and then I come at the screen, was terrifying in 83.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it's like, what I like is, you never really get to see him at all.
Yeah.
In that movie until the hockey mask.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
A lot of the times he's a silhouette, you see his arms, you see his feet, you see... all this, but that first time where you really get a good glimpse of him.
Yeah.
He's got the mask on, and then an icon is truly born.
Yes. That's what, 90% of all people, when they're like Jason Voorhees, it's the mask.
The mask.
And
maybe, like, I saw somebody in an interview, I forget who it was, but they were talking about how the mask is just a blank.
Yeah.
It's just But it's so... You never would think that a goalie mask
would be
so terrifying.
Yeah.
Especially like lightning flash and there he is in the window and you're like, oh, you're dead.
Yeah, there's no hope. There's nothing to go on. Another great movie in the series that we both like. Let's talk about it. Freddy versus Jason.
Has one of the best Friday the 13th. Me personally.
Yeah?
One of the best Friday the 13th lines.
Which one?
That goalie was pissed.
That was pretty cool. I thought you were gonna say the death. I do like where the boyfriend is still asleep in the bed and Jason comes in and just stabs him repeatedly in the bed and then folds him in half. That is a great death scene. Because there's a lot of people like, oh boy, they're really jumping the shark on that one. And I was like, this was way after. This is way again after Jason Takes Manhattan. Jason Goes to Hell. There's other bad stuff. This one came back to a good storyline.
Yeah.
Freddy pretends to be Jason's mother to get Jason to be reanimated again. There's children in Elm Street. They are horrible children. You got to go kill them, and that's Jason's motivation is to please his mother. Well, we don't really know Jason's motivation, but
we stab at it.
Yeah, it takes it makes sense that way because he's always kind of.
They did an excellent job on it.
Yes.
I think, and this is coming from two people who are big fans of the whole series.
Yeah,
so.
both of them, Nightmare and Friday the 13th. So my only deal is they kind of made Jason a little weaker than he should have been. Like when all the kills, he was monstrous. And I do like when Freddy brings him into the nightmare and he's, why won't you die? Yeah, it's the first time Freddy's ever been against something supernatural like him. That will not die. And I don't even mind so much that he finds out what's in Jason's head, because Jason had a traumatic childhood that he gets into his head and all that. But the last deal where Freddy and Jason are both in the real world, Jason should be just stomping the dog shit out of Freddy. Yeah. Because Freddy is Freddy is good against people with no weapons of their own. I mean,
the glove is iconic like the machete is.
Yes.
But
it doesn't hurt Jason.
Yeah.
You can hit him in the head with a freaking machete and he doesn't die. No. There's nothing stops Jason. And I do like he puts him through a window and smashes him around and da-da-da-da-da. And Freddy has to think of ways to do, but that last deal where they're battling on the barge, big like dock.
Oh, yeah.
And Freddy is toe-to-toe, and I was like, no.
That would last about 2 seconds.
Yeah, Jason is a lot larger, and he has knocked someone's head off in previous movies. Y'all all remember the scene from Jason Takes Manhattan. Pow! He knocked a person's head off.
Just glowing, crowning moment.
His head knocked off.
Take your best shot.
Why? I
would run away.
No matter what. You don't let them take their best shot. No. It's like also always hating the horror movies where somebody comes across and they're like if you come across Jason's deal and there's the machete and everything, and they go, oh, this is dangerous, and they leave it there. Take that shit with you. Yes. If you can't even use it, that means he doesn't have it either. And just go throw it in the lake or some shit. Go hide it in a bush.
And always keep your car keys on you, for the love of God. Don't drive crappy cars.
Yeah. Know where you're running to, and don't look behind you. Just haul ass.
Just go.
Yeah. If he's gonna catch you, he's gonna catch you. Who cares? Yeah. Looking behind you doesn't stop him from catching you. He doesn't like, oh wait, you were looking. Nope.
These are like angels in Doctor Who.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But there's so much and it's through Friday the 13th that we have a lot of those stereotypes of why doesn't this happen? Why doesn't that happen? Because it makes the movie fucking good. That's why.
Don't smoke weed. Don't drink liquor.
Yeah.
Don't have premarital sex.
Yep. Don't do.
Because you will be dead.
Yeah.
By the end of the movie.
Pretty much almost anything you do, you will be dead at the end of the movie. We were talking about it earlier about where it was Richy in part 5
in the barn.
Yes, but how he survived in the same possibly could have gone with Corey Feldman. I also always think when Corey Feldman comes down and says, "It's me, Jason." Jason might not really believe that it's him, but he doesn't kill children.
No, he doesn't.
We watch the movies. Jason, I think, does still see himself as a kid.
And they even make references to it where he's a child in a man's body. Still.
Yeah.
Still.
I'm sure, like, they've never gone into a deep deal of what happened from 1 to 2. In 1, Jason was supposed to have been a drowned little boy. That he died.
Yeah, in 1957.
And then in 2, yeah, and in 2, he is a full-grown man, but...
Well, if you think about it, she worked at the camp in 57.
Yeah.
And then the movie's in 80.
Yeah.
So, supposedly, he didn't drown.
Yes.
In the lake, and has been living as a feral...
I know. I don't remember what they kind of said on that, but she totally says drowned, which means that's not...
They found the body.
Yeah, I know.
So, or they just assuming, I mean, it is 1957, it's like, well...
I can't breathe it. He's dead.
He's drowned, we can't find him, but...
Did you see the face? Did you see the face on that boy? I ain't gonna give that mouth to mouth. He was a little freaky looking. He might not even just been dead. He might have just been sitting there looking at him, and they were like, "That kid's dead." Look at that guy. He is hideous. It's one of my favorite things is to make Doug laugh. One day he will explode.
I will.
And it'll be like
Scanners.
Boom! That was so bad, Lifeboy nerd.
Oh,
we missed.
Yes.
Okay, but the deal is, one of the things that you could think of is that if Jason's mother was watching him, that she probably did still treat him like he was, because he was not all there.
Supposedly.
Yeah, he is...
He's a little slow, I guess.
Yeah, not a little slow, very... He crawls like a three-legged baby if you go on slow.
Can't swim.
No.
But of course, she was supposedly in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, because she was the cook, so she wasn't out there. And I understand. I mean, if camp counselors let my kid drown, I'd probably kill him.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
and
that's not an ambition.
If there's any camp counselors around, well, one of my children drowned. Yeah, go ahead, buy me. So, but that he was always like we were talking about. He always did see himself probably as a child.
Yeah.
And doesn't attack the children hardly ever. He's after the counselors. He's after the adults. The ones that he actually sees are guilty, and I think he sees children as innocent.
Kind of like a feral animal, because anybody that comes into his area is fair game.
Yep.
Pretty much fair game. Cops.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, the claw hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Into the sheriff. Oh, man, that freaked me out as a kid. Just
I know, the things that you couldn't possibly understand the way it would feel, but it starts going through your brain that you're like, the pain of that right there.
It's kind of like seeing another guy kicked in the nuts.
Yeah.
You kind of feel it.
Yep. But, again, like the backbreaking scene in that was done so well. And like they talked about how they made it where one guy is buried to his waist and the other guy actually was buried to his waist upside down with his legs hanging out, and then the crunching of the back. But it looked so real at the time, and you were just, oh my gosh.
And the noise.
Yeah, the great noise of
snapping.
The back breaking. Which
reminds me, like, speaking of 6.
Yes.
It's kind of like, and my other buddy today, we were watching 5 together. And you know, at the end of 5, because it's been a while for you, it ends with Pam.
Okay.
Isn't that her name?
Yeah,
I watched it today. This is bad. But she comes into the hospital room to visit Tommy, and the window's broken, and he's not in bed, and then the door closes, and behind her is Tommy wearing the blue mask, holding a knife.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then it fades out. Well, fast forward to 6, Tommy's not really crazy anymore.
Yeah, and just watches Jason get reanimated.
Yeah, basically reanimates Jason because he has a fit of, I hate you, you know, look what you did to me.
Yeah, and,
you know.
But if you saw him get reanimated, that he's the reason, because he is such a badass freaking killer, then there's no hope if he comes back up. You're screwed anyway. So and then he gets killed. 12 movies in the series. Always hoping for the 13th one. If they would, I don't even know if I really want them to wrap it up. It seems like that with the remake that was the wrap up was not enough.
No, but also I was thinking about it today. The remake had a character that was basically Rob from 4.
Yeah.
It was the same character.
Yeah, the remake pretty much came in and did 1 through 4 in one movie. Yeah.
Which I actually enjoyed the remake.
Yeah.
I thought it was
more 2 through 4 because it's Jason and not so much the mother. There's a little bit of the mother, but almost nothing. But yeah.
I mean, we went to go see it in the theater, and the flashes to the red barn. I'm like, they got the red barn.
I know.
Movie nerd stuff, you know.
Yes.
Like, oh my God, there's a nod to the number 3.
Yeah.
The Higgins farm or whatever, the ranch or whatever it was.
Yeah.
With the hay bales and no horses.
I know. No, not one animal to eat all these.
But she did say, my dad always wanted to buy a horse, but he always bought hay and never no horse. You know. Yeah,
that's the dumbest thing.
Chris, I had a big crush on you. Chris and Debbie.
Yeah.
From 3. Always had a big crush on those 2. You know.
Might be Jenny. Jenny's pretty hot.
But Jenny's pretty badass too.
Yeah, that was the other reason. She was a badass. And I'm a Chainsaw Massacre fan. Mm-hmm. She breaks out the chainsaw on Jason and scares the dog shit out of him. Yes. She immediately sets it down and runs out of the theater, runs away from it.
Yeah.
I've heard people say it ran out of gas. What chainsaw has that much gas?
Yeah.
It wouldn't even fire.
Fuck that. It's kind of like when the gun runs out of bullets and they throw it at Superman.
Which, he would never flinch before. It's just, bullets bouncing off me. Oh, shotgun. 3-pound gun? Oh my God, that would hurt.
Yes.
But bullets bounce right off.
I mean, you know, and of course, Jason, the makeup.
Oh yeah.
Just gets better and better and better. And like you said, like we were talking before, Kane's makeup in 7.
Yeah.
Was so
grotesquely
spectacular.
Yeah, him coming up and you seeing all the bones in his back.
Yeah.
The mask ripping off from the front. All that.
Which totally makes sense because he was a reanimated corpse.
Yes.
You know.
The goo pouring out when she was squeezing on his head, and that, like they said, we want to put every wound that he's had in all the movies in this corpse that's fighting these people right now, and they did it, and it was so well done.
It was brilliant.
Yeah. Kane Hodder, the best Jason of all time.
His movements are spectacular.
Yeah, the way
you can't get better than that.
Yeah,
I love all the guys. I love all of them.
Oh yeah.
But you know.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're toast, dude.
Yeah. He
just
did such commanding.
You're gonna die.
Yeah. There's no hope. You can run if you want, but it's just you're just gonna die tired.
I'm fat and slow. I'd be like, all right, dude, just get it over with. I ain't gonna make it. I'd have to stop in 5 minutes and smoke a cigarette anyway. So Mike, just
one, Jason.
One last one. Just don't shoot me with that gun.
Oh yeah.
Harpoon.
Yeah.
That's horrible. Horrible. That and the arrow through Kevin Bacon.
Yes. Yeah, the arrow through the Kevin Bacon was pretty freaking amazing. Just coming straight out the throat. Wasn't expecting that. Well, I remember being a little kid and always afraid, sleeping in my bed again, that a hand was going to reach out and grab my head. That was like, holy shit. So when I'd never sleep, I'd always sleep with my back against the wall because of that reason. There was all these different things. When you're a little kid, you have tons of different fears.
Back against the wall, facing the door.
Yeah, so you can see if something comes through the door. Something may come through that window. Well, a hand may jump out from underneath my bed and grab me.
But I'm all the way over here.
I know. It's going to reach over there, and that gives me time to bolt head through that door.
Yep.
But it's
you can learn a lot from horror movies.
Yeah, there's so much you can learn from horror movies.
So many life lessons.
Yeah. Chainsaw Massacre, Texas. Don't just go walking into a random person's house. No, we're not going to pull out a chainsaw and kill you and eat you, but we'll shoot you, and there's no law against us shooting you once you're in our home.
True.
You go into a backwoods thing of, hello? and just go walking on in. Yeah, 12 gauge right into your chest, and the cops are going to say, well, you shouldn't have been there.
You shouldn't have been in the house.
Yeah, sorry, you were for
nice
real life. And yeah, Friday the 13th, so many, like we said, keep your car fixed.
Full of gas.
Yeah, phone lines always running.
Now, in 3, gas wasn't her fault because the gang members siphoned the main tank.
Yep.
You know.
But again...
But I was laughing because I'm like, oh my god, Chris had the first vehicle in these first 3 movies that started on the first time.
Yeah. First one.
That's the one that I was thinking about watching these movies again as an adult. And I'm like, her car started. Oh, she's going to run out of gas.
Just get out and run.
Just run.
Yeah, just follow the road. Who cares?
Yeah.
Just haul ass. Maggie! Alright, that was my son. He's laughing at different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Friday the 13th, one of the greatest series. Another thing that we love about the series, man, is even the cheesiness of the bad ones. I would even have to say that's some of the best stuff.
They have their own feel to it, and even though they're not our favorites in the series, they still feel like
well, like there's just parts of each one, like from Jason Goes to Hell. I like the very beginning where they lure Jason out to be killed. They have a girl go in and take a shower, run out, and as soon as he gets out, spotlight him, just start shooting him all to pieces, and then eventually a grenade mortar comes in and just blows him to bits.
A little bitty bite.
Which I know, and when you're watching it, you were like, wow, wasn't expecting that shit. That was odd.
Yeah.
Then he turns into a worm and doesn't make any sense.
Now 10's spectacular.
Oh yeah, Jason X. I do.
And we were talking about it earlier. It's like the whole premise of Jason in space. I was like, really?
Yeah.
How are they going to do this? But the way they did it, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was just like,
the military got him because if they could clone him and make a front line, it would be it would be an unstoppable front line that would never stop killing.
Yeah.
One of the guys, what makes him so special? He can kill you with gardening equipment at 100 yards. And no matter what you do to him, he will not stop.
Yeah.
That is an amazing deal. The military, if there was a Jason, would be experimented on constantly.
Oh, yeah,
of course, like in every horror movie, some guys got to get up there and let's mess with Jason. And and you cause the whole reason for him to escape and get out and He's cryogenic frozen along with the lady, rebuilt in a spaceship, and it kind of becomes like an Aliens movie, but with Jason instead of an Aliens, where he's fighting the
unstoppable killing machine on board the spaceship.
Yes.
Which being sci-fi nerd, all about it. Good enough for me.
Yes. I thoroughly loved it, and the hologram scene. That is one of the greats. He's still working on one of those 2 campers.
He's almost done with the campers.
Yeah, just smash again. The sleeping bag against the tree, which we all know.
So hard at that. I literally thought I was gonna die, and literally rewound that scene probably 15 times.
Yeah.
Where he's smacking the sleeping bag on the other girl.
Yeah, the blood is shooting out the end because he's done it so much.
Boom.
Yeah.
It's like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
He's done.
But yeah, and again, also at the end, it like goes back to Camp Crystal Lake that they're still over the earth and they jettison him out again, kind of aliens-esque. He gets jettisoned. Yeah. And they pan back and it says Camp Crystal Lake. That Jason is back.
I've always wanted them to do.
Yeah.
The next one.
Yeah.
After that, come on, guys.
A futuristic. Let's make it Jason 20.
You keep making
Double X.
We'll keep watching them.
Yeah. And again, it's like I said with Corvettes. As long as they keep selling, they should keep making the deals. This year, Texas Frightmare Weekend. A lot of your Jasons are going to be there. In particular, Kane Hodder. I suggest everybody go. It's at Hyatt Regency at DFW Airport.
Yep.
It's going to be an amazing, fun show. You can look them up on TexasFrightmareWeekend.com and look at their guest list. And Me and Doug going to be there. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're got a lot of our other friends there. Steven Satterfield, I know more than likely is going to be there again this year. He's there every year. And it was fun, Maniacs. It was fun. Thanks a lot, Doug.
Thank you.
And we will holler at y'all later.
Yep.